So mic test. Good morning. So for today, it's 11:22 a.m. So for today, we are going to have a PowerPoint tutorial. So first, we will discuss the hyperlink. So hyperlink can directly link to a specific slide within your presentation, a save file, a web page, another PowerPoint presentation, or a custom email. So let's add a hyperlink. So to add a hyperlinks, you will go to the insertion tab and hyperlink. So first, we will add a hyperlink going to the first tile or first slide. So first, this one. So it created a sentence with a highlighted color. So we will try to click that. So if I click this will go to the first page, which is the title we're in the PowerPoint tutorial. So as you can see right here, there is a ready hyperlink wherein when I click this, it will go back to the second slide that I have been presented earlier. So that one. Also, you can add hyperlink for um, certain document in your computer. So first, for example, we will use the file that I have in my desktop. So first, this one. So we will use the document that I have, the PDF file that I have. So we will go to my desktop. So desktop. So I will use this one, this PDF, for to hyperlink it to this document. So we will click this. So that so as you can see, it is hyperlinked to the document that I've selected. So when I click that, it will show a warning. Um, because you don't know, some documents or some files, it could contain a malware or a virus. So be aware of what you are clicking. So if you know that is the file is good and not harmful, you can proceed. So when you click this, it will open the PDF file that I've hyperlinked to. So when I click that, so yeah, this is the PDF, the hyperlink that I've been open. Also, you can use a certain name for your hyperlinks. For example, I will type here test, that one. You need to highlight that and click this hyperlink. So I will hyperlink it to the PowerPoint tutorial again. So as you can see this slide preview. So it will make your text hyperlink to the specific slide that you wanted to go. So I click that test. Wait, that's those two. So I will click this test, and boom, it will go to the first page. So we will go back. So next is the animation. The animation is something that makes slide objects move on a slide. Also, slide objects can be anything on a slide. These include text, pictures, charts, smart art graphics, shapes, even movie clips. But for now, we will tackle the text and pictures because it could have many objects here in our slide. So first is go to the animation tab here, the animation tab. So in the animation tab, there are three: the entrance, the emphasis, and the exit. So first, we will use the entrance for our headline. So we will use this entrance. So let's have this fly in. Let's say fly in. Then, and for our sentence here, we will use the emphasis animation. So let's have a bold flash like this. Oh, nope, it's already bold. So let's look for another emphasis animation. So let's say this one, the complementary color. I don't know what it did, but there's nothing happened. So we will use another emphasis. Let's say this. Let's grow and shrink, and that one. Oh, nope. Let's say pulse na lang. The emphasis that makes our text emphasized or be mindful to the eyes of the viewer. So next one is the exit. We will use on this cat photo. So let's say it's fly out, and when I click the slideshow, it will show the animations. So first is the entrance, wherein it will show here at the headline. Boom, the fly in. Next is the emphasis that we use. And lastly, the exit animation that we've used here on the cat. So that is animation. Next is the insertion. The insertion, so as you can see, or as you can read here, insert menu is useful for adding text, pictures, shapes, or videos. So if you want to insert some object to your slide, you need to go to the insert folder, insert tab, and click. As you can see right here, there are so many things that you can add to your slide. So it could be a picture, table, screenshot, photo album, shapes, smart art, chart. So first, let's try to add a picture. So let's use this test image that I've downloaded earlier. So I will put this. Let's resize it. So yeah, I've added a photo. Next is let's try to insert a video. Let's say this one. Let's resize it to smaller. And you can insert also an audio, but I don't have a downloaded audio for right now. You can insert a text here, like that. You can also insert shapes also, as you can see the pre-downloaded shapes on the PowerPoint. Let's say this one. And you can also smart chart, or in this one, the graphic smart graphic charts. This one, the charts, the graphs that you can use for your some presentation. So let's try if we can play this video. So that you can play the video in the insertion that you've inserted. You can play the video that you've inserted. So next is the slide transition. So slide transitions are the animation-like effects that happen when you move from one slide to the next during a presentation. So, for example, I do have a slide transition next to this next slide. There, as you can see, there is an animation or transition between slides. So, how do you add those slide transitions? So first, you need to go to the transition slide, and you can choose what slide transition you wanted. So there are many transitions that you can use to add spice to your slides. So for example, let's use this fracture. That. So let's try to play that slide transition. There, so as you can see, that is the slide transition. So these are the tips on how to create or design an effective presentation. So first is use layout to your advantage. Some of us, or almost all of us, used to read left to right, top to bottom. So that's the natural reading order, or you can direct people's eye in a deliberate way to certain key parts of the slide that you want to emphasize. Using a simple layout, is the way to control the flow in the visual of hierarchy of information. So for example, simple layout right here. So first, the title, the slide title, the information about it, and the photo. So as you can see, top to bottom, left to right. That is what you call the layout as your advantage. Unlike this one, the title is right here in the bottom, the information are here in the right, the photo is here in the left. So it is not the natural reading order of a human, or the natural reading of us people, and it is not um, very effective to control the flow in the visual of hierarchical information. So it is very hard. You don't know where is the title are, or what you don't know what are the information next to each other. So that is usually at your advantage. Next is the no sentences. So PowerPoint is simplified. It is a visual note cards that capture and reinforce main ideas, not the complete thoughts. So as the speaker, you should be delivering most of the content and information, not putting it all on the slides for everyone to read. If your audience is reading your presentation instead of listening to you deliver it, your message has lost its effectiveness. So just like my presentation right here, I'm using only I'm only using um, simple words, no sentences, tips and algorithm, the headline and the title, and the photos that I wanted to show you, or the example of this no sentences word. So as you can see right here, he used only the headline, the bullet point, photo. Unlike this one, wherein he added all all of the thoughts of his presentation, the title, the information, the photo. That is not good, and the effectiveness of the presentation is lost by the readers. So pare down your core messages and use keywords to convey it. You should try to avoid complete sentences unless you are quoting something or something. Next is follow the 6x6 rule. One of the bad PowerPoints, or one of the cardinal sins of bad PowerPoints is cramming too many details and ideas on one slide, which makes it difficult for people to retain information. So leaving white spaces on a slide can actually help people to focus on your key points. So just like this, less is more. Unlike this one, you don't know where the key points, or there are too many information in one slide. You don't know where to focus, or where is the information that the speaker is talking about, because there are too many objects here lurking on his slide. Next are keep the color simple. Stick to simple light and dark colors. Bright Some bright text can cause eye fatigue, so use those colors sparingly. Dark text on a light background or light text on a dark background will work well. Also avoid intense gradients which can make text hard to read. For example, just like my template I've used. For example, let's add a text here and let's change the color to blue. That is what the keeps the colors simple talking about. Don't use intense gradients, because it can make the text harder to read, just like this one, or for just like this example that I have given. Next is use sans serif fonts. Serif fonts, Times New Roman, Garamond, Bookman are best for those printed pages, while sans serif fonts, the Helvetica, Tahoma, and Verdana are easier to read on screens. Sans serif fonts are always the safe choices, but if you'd like to add some more typographic personality, you can explore the internet for more free fonts that you can find. You can find classic serifs, sans serifs to sophisticated modern fonts and splashy display fonts. Just keep the legibility at the forefront of your mind when you're making your pick. Also, try to stick with one font or choose at least two fonts, because you know they fonts have different personalities and emotional impact. So having your font matches to the tone and purpose and the content of your presentation can make your presentation looks more professional and good looking. Next is the stick to 30 size or 30 size font or larger. Um, your font size affect the emphasized of some certain words. So for example, let's have an example. Let's have a clear slide here. Let's say this one, test. Test. Let's another test here. Let's change it to 30, and this one is to 10. It is not complementary and it's not pleasing to the eyes, as you can read. First, you can't read this text when the presenter is far away from you. When you are a reader or listener, you can, if these are projected into a projector, you cannot read this text already, and it is not seems balanced or pleasing to the eye. So that's what I am talking about. Stick to a single font, or at least use larger font for much more understandable presentation. So that's it. So I hope you like the PowerPoint presentation or the PowerPoint tutorial presentation that I have showed you. So thank you.